You know, you can all stream slots right now. You just can't use the websites on their list. You know what that gambling ban ended up being? It literally just ended up being the 4 websites. I'm very surprised that stake.com doesn't just make steaks.com or something, and you literally just do the exact same thing because they can do it.
I'll tell you what it really is, and I'll get hate for this, but I'm gonna tell you what it really is, okay? And if I need to prove it, I'll prove it. That's really just a Trainwrecks TV ban from the PG-13 fuck faces that literally do that every fucking goddamn meta I create. No bullshit. No bullshit. I promise you, I'll stream slots.
I can see how it seems that way.
No. I'll stream slots. I'll stream slots on another platform. Listen, they said until we name other until we name other sites, right? I'll use another site, okay? I promise you, they're gonna just add that fucking motherfucker on a weekend.
Yeah, but it will take a while. So this is a game that people play all the time with, like, whenever some platform does target bans like this. How many times has Destiny recreated his Twitter account and gotten banned every time? I think he's on like number 15 or something. It'll take them a long time. You can just keep going and just rake it in. Like, just make a deal with that website where it's not that hard for them to put one of those up because they're just using third-party APIs for those casino games. So they just put one up every weekend. They'll be faster than Twitch. Twitch has to go through tons of bureaucracy to ban those websites.
Well, here's the thing that I've noticed, Devin, that's what I've noticed is very simple, and that's why slots are still on. So there's a license that State and those websites had from Curacao, and there's a license from Malta. If you have the license from Malta, you're still allowed to be on Twitch, apparently, because that's what all the slots people now have are playing on websites that are identical to State, but have the license from Malta instead of the Curacao.
So, that's what I'm saying is I'm really surprised that, like, Train, you haven't found a way to. You could easily find a way around it if you wanted to, because it's just those targeted bans.
I'm sure State could even get actually licensed in Malta too, because it's the same shit, dude. It's literally.
Or they don't even have to. They could just make another website and then they could just put it up. And like Train said, maybe it gets banned, but it will take weeks. They're so slow. It'll take months probably. So you just jump over every single time you want to.
But they can't ban him because technically it wasn't a banned website. Is that what you're saying?
They can't ban Train himself because he was streaming on a website that was legal to stream on at the time. They can ban him after for streaming. If he streams Stake right now, Stake isn't allowed. But if Stake makes another website that's called whatever.com, he can stream on that indefinitely until Twitch bans it months later, and then Stake creates another website and they just keep going.
But the problem is, I feel like that would just, for State, that would just not be worth it, because it'll keep bringing more people to different websites that they keep having to recreate. Like, I know it's kind of easy to make one from scratch, but then it's like those, if they're trying to attract customers, do they really want to bring them to this random website that's going to be done in a couple of weeks, or do they want them to go to Stake?
You can just keep the accounts the same. It depends on how much of Stake's traffic is actually coming from Twitch. And I don't have the answer to that question. So like if Twitch was actually a significant market driver for them, then that would be worth doing it. If it's not, then yeah, they didn't bother.
Yeah.
I mean, what if you can just link it to?
What do you mean?
So if you're affiliated with Stake, it'll also be a problem. So like Stake US isn't allowed either because it's considered a sweepstakes website that's linked to Stake. So even like stake.ca or stake.gov or whatever you want to call it, all those wouldn't be able to be used. It'd have to be a completely different website. Like,
it'd have to be branded totally different. And like Mo said, that'll affect user retention for sure. But it just depends on how strong the marketing arm of Twitch is for driving people to gambling, which I don't really know.
It's funny that everyone just stopped talking about it now after this website that Train was playing.
Yeah, and there's still people, if you go to the slots, there's still people playing on sites exactly like Stake. It was literally just a targeted hit.
No shit, it was a targeted hit, bro. These motherfuckers, listen, I don't...
It's your fault, dude. Let's be honest.
Bro, I'm going to keep it a buck, okay? If they would have just said, listen, if Pokey and Lud and all these guys, right? Hassan, all of them, if they would have just came out and said, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they would have just been straight up, I'd be like, whatever. But you cannot use
You'd be like, whatever. I don't believe you.
Just hold on. Listen. Holy shit, I just coughed a chip from my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot use these virtue signal arguments of, we care about this, we're against this, you know, for the children, right? And then Twitch releases this, and then completely shut the fuck up. How the fuck are you going to do that when sports betting is 1,000 times the market, 1,000 times more prevalent, 1,000 times more normalized in the U.S., 1,000 times more prevalent amongst the youth that they're sitting there, quote unquote, fighting against or fighting for. How are you gonna shut the fuck up? I don't understand. Like, sports betting. Listen, the same arguments they used that they would so loudly say, oh well, if they could pay this amount of money, then that means they're making this much back. Hey, YouTubers, expose fuck faces, Twitch streamers, virtue signalers. Can you not use that same argument for these sports betting sites that you've now shut the fuck up about? I'm just confused.
Well, you know the real reason behind that.
I know the real reason.
Yeah,
I'm just trying.
Amazon can't ban sports betting because of the DraftKings deal.
Yeah,
$13 billion.
Don't you find that? Don't you find that a little corrupt from the people, from these streamers that are sitting here virtue signaling to save fucking face, to sit there and game for their own game? They're virtue signaling, right? And then
you know what?
Just because they're contracted by a company that is in a contract, $13 billion contract with another company that owns DraftKings, you don't find that a little corrupt? And now they've shut the fuck up. Don't you think they'd have a little consistency? A little honor to at least say, you know what, we're happy with this being done, but on Twitch we find it a little fucking disingenuous for you to. Sorry, these chips are fucking me up.
Yeah. I was about to say, you need some water, my guy.
I have a question for you regarding that train. I want you to answer truthfully.
Yeah.
Do you think if you gambled, let's say you gambled 5 to 6 hours a day and you did $50 to $100 spins, do you think people would have cared as much?
Nah.
Or do you think it's because you just brought so much and like you brought a whole new level to but I'm saying, do you think that gained more attention from them?
No.
And that's why it started getting like that? Or do you think it would have been the same way?
It's viewership. It's viewership. That's all it is. It's viewership. It's me sitting up there at 30 to 40 to 50K viewers. That's all it is. Bet size is irrelevant. All that shit's irrelevant. It's literally view count, the power of that, success of that. That's all it is. That's all it is. And you can see that
people
now.
Get jealous.
Yeah, I think also because
and how much you're getting paid.
Like you're
true.
associated with like all these those streamers that are big on like Twitter and stuff, and people who get all the live stream feels, attention. So because you're associated with them, you get all that attention. The other gambling guy, Rush, like he was also pretty big, but no one cared about him. I think.
No one talked about anyone else, and they claim, "Oh, you're the biggest." Yeah. No, actually, I wasn't the biggest. Actually, I was number 2 or number 3. Like these arguments are all fucking just so fucking stupid and disingenuous in themselves that people just can't admit the real fucking reason behind the entire fucking movement.
I think it's because of the amount of money that people thought you were getting or you were getting. I think that bothered streamers that were just as big as you, but nowhere near, like, you know what I mean? I think people just naturally get I don't want to say jealous or envy. It just something inside of them goes like, well, that's not fair. I could be doing that and I'm not doing it, therefore he shouldn't be allowed to do it, so I'm gonna
the streamers the streamers that push the hardest were the ones that I know behind the scenes wanted to do it, but they can't because of what they've built and what some
of them did it too.
Yeah, what they say versus what they want to do are two different things on Twitch. They built something, right? So now if they can't do it because people would see how disingenuous that would be, they want it to be a case where if they can't, no one else can. Like, that's all it is. And you can listen. Here's my proof to that for you dumbasses that can't see that. Where is the talk now? Where is the consistency now of this gambling argument? Their friends have sports betting deals. The platform that they're contracted with and getting paid monthly and yearly guaranteed to run ads in front of your faces is contracted with sports betting. I get ads. I see ads on Twitch. Bet on sports. Every game will be a championship game. How the fuck can you shut the fuck up and not say a word about gambling and the children now that the one thing is banned that you claim is, no, it's the gambling. It's not trade, it's the gambling. Why have you shut the fuck up now?
You know what's crazy too?
No, wait. This is a major issue. Sports betting is 1,000 times the market. This idea where it's pushed, poker and sports betting are skilled. Yeah, for the 0.001%, believe me, if it was a skill and the 99% possessed, it wouldn't be 1,000 times the market. It wouldn't be a fucking billion to $1 trillion fucking industry. What the fuck? Like, how does no one see what's right in front of their eyes? It is insane to me that no one sees that fucking disingenuous bullshit.
They use the Slicker situation too, which is the worst way to the whole reason
Slicker was a sports bettor.
Yeah, so that's the irony in that. Like they used a sports betting addict who scammed all his viewers, all his friends, whatever. And then they use that to get slots banned, but keep sports betting unbanned.
And said nothing about the sports betting. And said nothing about it. Like, what?
I mean, you gotta understand that Twitch is benefiting from the sports betting. They're not really benefiting too much from stake.
Yeah, of course.
I think if there's one thing
it's a little bit biased there.
If there's one thing I've learned from just like watching Twitch from the outside and just watching like stuff like the Amaranth coverage, it's that the clout literally takes everything. Like there's so many people that will literally cover anything, and they have to be on like the meta of the opinion, the thing that everyone sort of agrees with, just so they can like make a YouTube video about it, no matter how obnoxious or wrong or whatever the take is. It's about being on the clout train to have that fucking opinion, get your fucking 1 million views that everybody agrees with, and then fuck off. And that's like all these people care about.
That's right. That's all it is. It's whatever's in that moment. They have no content. That's the problem. This is all content for them. They just hop on whatever train they can. That's the issue. Like
I'm guilty of this, dude.
If you notice the streamers that do this versus the streamers that don't, like it's the streamers that like just go live and they love their job. They love what they do. They love streaming. And they go live, they do their thing, right? The ones that are miserable because they built something that they are not are the ones that do this kind of bullshit. Yeah. I'm telling you. And you can see it in our stream. You can see it in content. You can see it in naturalness of flow of streams. Like you can see all of it. The problem is that people aren't ready yet. In 5 to 10 years, the people will see, and hey, they'll come back to this VOD, and the ones that call me delusional now will be riding my,
dick.
My cock. Yeah.
I miss that shit, dude. Like when I watch Twitch now, I just watch the gaming streams, like the OG gaming streams where people just like fucking play video games and fucking chill out. Like I hate all these fucking hot takes. I hate these fucking opinion shit. Like, it's just obnoxious, man. Holy shit. I'm so glad I left this fucking dumpster fire. I mean, it's good to be back for this, but my life improved fucking 50 times when I got on this website, let me tell you.
You look way better.
I got healthier, I got happier. Like fucking streamers on the whole are a fucking neurotic mess because all I can do is focus on this fucking insular bubble that goes around and around. It's all a fucking circle jerk. Nobody cares about it outside of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's a circle jerk. It's a fucking just I mean,
Dab, you still fucking?
I'm fucking.
Let's go.
Fucking almost every day, man.
Bro, tell me what's
pretty
good.
much, yeah.
Yo, tell me what's good about these streamer awards. Like who the fuck are these nominees?
Wait, isn't Stream Awards the one that QT did, or
bro?
Is it something else?
What's that shit?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Listen, hate me all you want. You should not be nominated if you have 4 hours of stream time in 4 months. You're not a fucking streamer.
Wow. Who was nominated?
Listen, hold on. The ad companies that run ads have more stream time than you. Like, who the fuck are doing these dick riding fucking?
Who is it? Who has 4 hours?
Who runs this fucking?
No one has 4 hours.
One guy just put names in a fucking in a bowl.
No one has 4 hours. I'm exaggerating for the sake of the point I'm making. Like it's ridiculous.
It's like 14, probably.
I haven't even seen like the nominees. I don't even know what it is.
It's the Streamy Awards. Streamy
Awards. Okay, I want to see who runs shit.
Those awards have been bullshit for years, to be fair. Like, it's never changed. It's always been the same shit.
Bro, they need a name.
This is a YouTube thing.
And like 4 or 5.
It's a YouTube.
No, he's wrong.
It's not a YouTube.
Streamer Awards.
Oh, it's Streamer
Awards.
Awards.
The Streamer Awards.
StreamerAwards.com. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, I just want to see who runs it.
Isn't that Cutie Cinderella who does that?
I don't know.